Somewhere in the dark blue depths of the Mediterranean Sea, a creature the size of your fingernail drifts quietly, unaware that it may hold the key to immortality. This is Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish. At first glance, it looks fragile, almost insignificant. A transparent dome with delicate tentacles glowing faintly under the light of the sea. But what lies beneath its simplicity is one of the greatest biological mysteries on Earth. You see, most creatures are born, they grow, they age, and then they die. But the immortal jellyfish, it refuses to follow that pattern. When injured, starved, or near death, instead of decaying, it reverses time. It literally transforms its adult body back into its juvenile state, a process scientists call transdifferentiation. Imagine a human being reverting from an adult back to a child, regrowing every cell, every tissue, every organ, and starting life again. That's exactly what this jellyfish does. When life becomes too dangerous, the jellyfish sinks to the ocean floor, curls in on itself, and begins to change. Its cells rearrange, reshape, and reform. It's not just survival, it's biological reincarnation. Scientists who first studied it were stunned. In controlled environments, they saw the jellyfish repeat this process over and over again, regenerating, reliving, rebirthing. In theory, this creature could live forever unless eaten or destroyed. And so, it became the first known animal to truly cheat death. But immortality comes at a cost. The immortal jellyfish isn't powerful or fast. It doesn't dominate its environment. Instead, it survives through patience, through adaptation, and through the quiet defiance of time itself. One biologist called it a ghost in the ocean, drifting endlessly through centuries, possibly even millennia, witnessing the rise and fall of species, and yet remaining unchanged. Think about it. While humans build monuments to outlive their names, this jellyfish floats beneath the waves, silently achieving what we could only dream of: eternal life. Coming up next, our next creature doesn't just slow down aging, it might not age at all. A simple freshwater being that seems to have found the true secret of immortality. Deep within the still waters of ponds and quiet streams, there lives a creature so small you might never notice it. Yet inside its tiny body lies one of nature's greatest secrets. Meet the Hydra, a small, tube-shaped freshwater organism named after the mythical serpent that could regrow its heads. And, much like its legend, this real-life Hydra seems to be unstoppable. When scientists first studied it, they expected it to age like any other creature. But as the months passed, and then years, the Hydra simply refused to die. It didn't grow old. It didn't weaken. It just kept living, regenerating itself over and over again. Hydra has no brain, no heart, no bones, yet its body holds a secret army of stem cells capable of infinite renewal. Every few days, almost every single cell in its body is replaced. Old cells die, and new ones take their place. It's like watching eternal youth in motion. Dr. Daniel Martinez, a biologist from Pomona College, once studied hydras for years in controlled labs. What he found left him speechless. "I couldn't find any evidence of aging at all," he said. "They just don't seem to die of old age." In fact, mathematical models suggest that if no external threat touches them, no predator, no disease, a hydra could, in theory, live forever. Its body is built for a constant rebirth. When damaged, it doesn't scar, it rebuilds. When cut in half, it becomes two. Even from a fragment, a full new hydra can form. Think about that. Where humans spend billions searching for anti-aging cures, this humble creature, no longer than a grain of rice, quietly embodies immortality right beneath the surface of muddy water. But here's the twist. Scientists believe Hydra's immortality comes at the price of simplicity. It never grows complex enough to age. It remains in a state of permanent youth, trapped in time. So maybe the Hydra teaches us something profound. Immortality isn't always about power or perfection. Sometimes it's about staying simple enough to survive forever. Coming up next, what if I told you there's a creature that can survive freezing, boiling, radiation, even the vacuum of space, and come back to life as if nothing happened? Buckle up, because number 3 might just blow your mind. If the jellyfish and the Hydra cheat death through biology, then this next creature defies death through pure resilience. It's called the tardigrade, or more famously, the water bear. Barely half a millimeter long, it looks almost cartoonish under a microscope. Pudgy, slow-moving, with 8 tiny legs and a face that seems to grin at the universe. But don't let its appearance fool you. The tardigrade is perhaps the toughest organism ever discovered. Scientists have boiled it, frozen it, blasted it with radiation, dried it out for decades, and even launched it into outer space, and it still came back to life. How? Through a process that sounds almost supernatural, but is completely real. When faced with extreme danger, like dehydration, freezing, or lack of oxygen, the tardigrade performs a kind of biological magic trick called cryptobiosis. Its body slowly shuts down. It retracts its legs, curls into a tight ball called a ton, and replaces the water in its cells with a special sugar that prevents them from collapsing. Then, everything stops. Its metabolism slows to 0.01% of normal. So slow, it's practically dead. In this state, a tardigrade can remain frozen for years, even decades, waiting for the right moment to come back. And when it does, a single drop of water awakens it. Its body expands, its cells rehydrate, and life begins again, as if death was just a long nap. In 2007, scientists sent tardigrades into orbit on the European Space Agency's FOTONM3 mission. They exposed them to the vacuum of space and deadly cosmic radiation, conditions no known life form had ever survived. When they returned to Earth, a shocking discovery awaited. Many tardigrades had survived, and some even laid eggs that hatched healthy offspring. That was the moment the scientific world realized death might not be a rule, it might just be a challenge. The tardigrade doesn't live forever like the jellyfish or the Hydra, but it does something even more extraordinary. It pauses life itself, as if pressing the universe's ultimate save game button. In the most hostile places on Earth, from the Arctic's frozen ice to boiling volcanic springs, somewhere invisible to the naked eye, tiny tardigrades wait, patient, timeless, unkillable. Coming up next, our next creature doesn't cheat death through endurance. It rewrites its body entirely. Slice it in half, and it becomes two. Cut it into 100 pieces, and you might just create 100 more lives. If life had a reset button, this creature has already found it. Deep beneath the still waters of streams and ponds, there slides a flatworm, no longer than a paperclip. The Planarian. It may look simple, a small, soft, ribbon-like worm with 2 dark eye spots, but within it's fragile. Body lies one of the most astonishing superpowers in the natural world, because when the Planarian is cut in half, it doesn't die, it multiplies. Scientists discovered that no matter how you slice it in 2, 10, or even hundreds of pieces, each fragment can regenerate into a fully formed living worm. The secret: a unique population of cells known as neoblasts, pluripotent stem cells capable of becoming any type of cell in the body. When the Planarian is injured, these neoblasts rush to the wound site, reorganizing themselves like a biological orchestra, rebuilding muscle, nerves, skin, and even the brain. Within just a few days, the missing body parts are replaced, and within a few weeks, it's whole again. That means a single Planarian can, in theory, regenerate endlessly over and over without losing genetic information or function. In laboratories, scientists have even observed the same worm regenerate multiple times without showing any signs of aging or cellular decay. One study from Tufts University showed something even more shocking. When researchers removed a Planarian's head and even its brain, the worm still regrew it perfectly. And not only that, It remembered things it had learned before losing its head. Just think about that. A creature with no bones, no real skeleton, and no consciousness as we understand it. Somehow retains memory even after regenerating its entire brain. Some scientists believe Planarians may hold clues to unlocking human regeneration, or even reversing cellular aging. But there's also a haunting idea here. What does death even mean? If the same consciousness, the same body, can simply rebuild itself again and again, maybe the Planarian hasn't just broken the rules of death. It's redefined what it means to live. Coming up next, our final creature doesn't escape death through magic or mystery, but through unstoppable growth. It lives in cold, dark waters, and gets stronger, larger, and more fertile with every passing year. At the bottom of the cold Atlantic Ocean, crawling among rocks and coral, lives a creature that seems to grow stronger with age, a living paradox of time itself. This is the lobster, Homarus americanus. When you think of lobsters, you might imagine fancy seafood restaurants or deep-sea fishermen, but beneath that hard shell hides one of the most fascinating biological mysteries in the animal kingdom. Unlike humans, who weaken as they grow older, lobsters do the exact opposite. They get bigger, stronger, and more fertile with every passing year. Scientists discovered that the secret lies in a powerful enzyme called telomeres, a molecule that continuously repairs the lobster's DNA. You see, most living things have something called telomeres, little protective caps at the ends of DNA strands that shorten each time cells divide. When they get too short, cells stop dividing and aging begins. But in lobsters, telomerase keeps rebuilding those telomeres again and again. Their cells never truly get old. That's why lobsters can live for decades, even over a century, without showing traditional signs of aging. Their metabolism stays strong. Their reproduction stays active. Their limbs regenerate. In fact, researchers have found lobsters over 100 years old, still capable of reproducing like their younger selves. But here's the tragic twist. Immortality always comes with a cost. As lobsters age, they don't die of old age. They die of exhaustion. Each time they molt, shedding their shell to grow larger, it takes enormous energy. But for older ones, the process becomes harder and harder. Eventually, their bodies can't handle the strain. They collapse under their own weight, or simply stop molting altogether, trapped in a shell that can no longer grow. It's a cruel irony. The very thing that makes them strong and seemingly immortal also becomes the reason for their death. The lobster reminds us that immortality, even when possible, may not be the blessing it seems, because sometimes to live forever is to suffer endlessly. Still, Within their story lies something deeply human, the desire to keep going, to fight decay, to stretch the limits of life itself. Coming up next, what do these creatures really tell us about death, and what it means to live beyond it? 5 creatures, 5 impossible stories. The jellyfish that resets its life like a clock. The Hydra that never grows old. The tardigrade that can sleep through the apocalypse. The worm that rebuilds itself from nothing. And the lobster that grows stronger until it finally can't. Together, they show us something incredible. That nature doesn't follow rules, it rewrites them. For centuries, humans have searched for immortality through legends, through science, through dreams of living forever. But maybe we were looking in the wrong place all along. Because the secret to eternal life isn't found in wealth, technology, or time. It's written quietly in the DNA of creatures most people never notice. The immortal jellyfish teaches us that life can begin again after disaster. The Hydra reminds us that renewal is possible when we never stop rebuilding. The tardigrade shows that survival sometimes means slowing down, enduring the impossible. The Planarian reveals that rebirth comes from within. And the lobster, the most human of them all, teaches that even endless strength has limits. And that, maybe, immortality isn't freedom, but a cycle we were never meant to complete. You see, immortality sounds like a dream. Until you realize what makes life beautiful is the fact that it ends. Every heartbeat, every moment, every breath, it matters because it's fleeting. And maybe that's the greatest mystery of all. Because while these creatures broke the rules of death, they also remind us why life itself is so precious. This was 5 animals that broke the rules of death. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because the deeper we look into the mysteries of nature, the more we discover that life is far stranger and far more beautiful than we ever imagined.